The majority of people love complaining about not having enough time in the day, and whilst their screen time says otherwise, they wouldn't dare admit to their pure ignorance of being addicted to their phone and do something more useful to improve their lives, such as journaling. But yeah, the problem is, these are the kind of people that think journaling is weird. But that doesn't represent everyone, because there's also a small portion of people that do recognise the importance in keeping a note of their thoughts, as they acknowledge that the most successful people in the world also do this, to not only improve their mental health, but also learn from their mistakes and figure out their next steps. And that's exactly why I've decided to make this video, because for the last few days I haven't been journaling properly and as consistently as I had planned, which is something that I want to take some accountability for, as I know how much it helped me in the past when I did do it correctly, and so I guess I want to cement my future intentions with it. But at the same time, I want to share what I do know about journaling and the things that I have learned through many of my experiences. Because if you're an overthinker, or if you've been feeling negative or depressed, or like you have a lack of direction, I'm telling you now, journaling is a great solution for you. And you are no doubt the kind of person that would most benefit from this. But for this to work, you are going to have to stop thinking like an average person, as this is holding you back. And from my personal experience, transferring the thoughts from your mind and onto a piece of paper, simple as it sounds, can literally change your life. So then, what is journaling? Well, I mean, hopefully you already know that it's about writing words down onto a piece of paper. Yes, paper, not your PC or your phone or whatever. Paper. But what you probably don't know are the words that you want to be writing. And to be fair, that's where I used to go wrong in the past, because I'd spend way too much time restricting myself with journaling prompts, which to be fair is somewhat acceptable and it does look kind of nice, but it didn't really add much value to my life, because I'd spend way too much time worrying about making the words look pretty for future me to look back on, instead of focusing on writing for present me, the writer, because this is what's going to allow you to clear your mind and relieve stress. And writing for the writer is what actually makes this a useful exercise, because this is what's going to allow you to clear your mind and relieve stress. And so far, the types of journaling that I have found to be the most beneficial for me are gratitude journaling, accomplishment journaling, and brain dump journaling. And these are what I'd highly suggest you do as well, because not only are they easy to stay consistent with, but they also improve your mental health, which is what you really want to be focusing on here. Because once your mental health is better than just okay, you will find it so much easier to succeed in all other areas of your life. You know, when someone asks you how you feeling, you want to say, I'm feeling good, but actually mean it, because having mental health that's not bad is going to make you find things like supporting your family and running a business so much harder. So mental health needs to be a priority always. So, with that being said, how can you actually journal? Well, first of all, you're going to need 2 journals. The first journal is going to be your gratitude and accomplishment journal. Yes, it's a collaboration. And this journal will always stay beside your bed, as you will need to make a habit of writing gratitude notes in it every single morning from the minute you wake up, and then accomplishment notes as the last thing you do before you go to sleep. You don't need to spend more than a couple of minutes doing them, but you do need to be doing them every single day for them to be effective. And I find that using a habit tracker helps me to stay consistent with this, and I've recently made a video about habit tracking, which you can find a link to in the description below. So for the gratitude notes, you literally just write the date, and then below that you write 3 things that you are grateful for, and it can be anything. So for me, I would say I'm grateful to be making YouTube videos because blah blah blah, and it does this for me, blah blah blah. Or I'd say, I'm grateful for this chair because I can sit on it and it allows me to do work for a longer period of time, because if I was standing up it would be a lot harder. I don't know, something like that. And make sure you give reasons for why you are grateful for them. And basically the idea is that once you start doing this consistently, you will eventually get to a point where you wake up with an attitude of gratitude and feel delighted just for the fact that it is a new day. And honestly, it is such a beautiful feeling, to be honest with you. Like, when was the last time you felt like that? It will really make you wonder why the hell you used to opt for going on your phone as soon as you woke up instead of gratitude journaling. And then for the accomplishment journaling, you will literally just write down all of the things that you accomplished that day. And by that, I mean, what did you achieve and what did you learn? And what mistakes did you make that day? Because all of those things are accomplishments. And when you read back through them 1 month down the line, you're going to realise how much progress you have made. And it's going to motivate you to keep moving forwards. The second journal is going to be your brain dump journal. And yeah, it makes me laugh. Brain dump journal, yeah. Classic. But anyway, in this journal, you're literally just going to write down the current thoughts that you have in your head. And it doesn't matter how random they are or how weird they are, you just need to get everything from your head and onto that piece of paper. You know, if you have negative thoughts, write them down. If you have positive thoughts, write them down. If your thoughts are weird, just write them down. It doesn't matter. Because this is going to form a habit of introspectiveness and allow you to completely clear your mind so that you can focus more on the things that actually matter. And by the way, there isn't like some kind of magical timer that you need to spend a specific amount of time doing this. You know, you could do it for 2 minutes or you could do it for 20. It doesn't really matter. You just need to get everything from your head and on that piece of paper. Now, similarly to the first journal, you want to be setting aside time to do this every single day. Therefore, I'd suggest doing it in the morning alongside the gratitude journaling or in the evening alongside the accomplishment journaling. But I personally prefer doing it in the morning because I've kind of worked out that if I leave it until the evening, I tend to just find it easier to just fob it off and go to sleep. So yeah, that's my suggestion. And in terms of reading back what you've written, you can just read it back whenever you want to. I mean, there's no right or wrong time. I personally like to read it back every week or so or something like that. To upgrade your mindset even further, click on this video or click on the link in the description below. Believe you can, and you're more than halfway there.